Hi, this is Steve from SewingGold.com, and I'm going to show you a common error I see in setting up knee lifts. This error can cause tension problems, believe it or not. So the knee lift does have something to do with your tension ever so slightly. It basically has to do with the tension releasing. If the knee lift is set up too tight like this one is, this one can't really move, doesn't have any play in it. It's supposed to have a little play in it, and I'll show you what I mean by play. Not this. This is actually me raising and lowering the foot, but it should actually have some play. Right now, as soon as I hit this, it's actually going to raise the foot. So I'll show you what I'm doing here. So as soon as I hit this, you can see the foot's going up. So as soon as I'm pulling on it, which obviously I'd be doing with my knee usually, the knee lift's going up. But that looks like it should be working properly, but it really isn't. This thing should have ever so slightly a little play in it, just so the tension's not released right now, which mine is released. What happened is this knee lift, I set it up with an error that I see all the time where it's too tight. And since there's no play in it, the tension is ever so slightly released. Okay, so these discs are not super tight. So my tension here is loose. If my top tension is loose, we're going to see bunches of thread or loops of thread underneath. And no matter how much you tighten this, you're really not going to get a perfect stitch. It's going to be inconsistent. Okay, you can keep tightening this forever and ever, but it's really not going to make your problem go away completely, because the discs themselves, there's a pin that's actually releasing these discs. Okay, so I don't want this thing turned so much. I barely want to be able to feel that post. Okay, and it's going to depend on the thread that you're using too. This is just 30 weight standard like serger thread. All right, so I'm going to show you how to adjust this piece to make sure you have enough play. I'm going to pause it and get the camera in position, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Okay, so this is a close-up of the underside of your knee lift and your oil pan. I'm going to grab a 10mm wrench, and usually when I set this up, this screw is not going to be set, or this bolt and nut, this bolt is not going to be set so far into the oil pan. So I'm going to loosen this with my 10mm. Whoops. So once I loosen that, I'm going to move my knee lift like this, and I'm going to turn this screw by hand quite a bit. Okay, so as you can see, I've turned it quite a bit, and now I'm going to tighten this back up. I'm not going to give you an exact amount because I'm just going to show you what I want to see on the knee lift itself. Sorry, going the wrong way. Okay, now I'm going to come back out. Zoom back out. Whoops. Obviously, camera work is not my forte. Now, when I pull on this, see how loose that is? It's probably a little too loose, but at least now you can see what I mean by play. Before, I couldn't move that like this, okay? This is the play that I'm talking about. So when I look at the foot and I do this, it's not raising the foot. So now my tension, much tighter, okay? So my thread is whoops, you couldn't see that. So my tension here, when I'm pulling this thread between my tension, obviously it's much tighter now because these discs are now nice and tight. Sorry, I'm doing this with one hand, so I apologize for the camera work. But now you could see when I push this, it's not engaging the knee lift or the presser foot, not engaging, you can see, okay? But when I do want to engage it, it's still going to engage. Here's where the play is, and then this is me engaging the knee lift. Okay, once again, you can hear me doing, that's the play that I'm talking about that I want in it. And then when I raise it, there you go, I could raise it up. It goes the same distance. Okay, so make sure you check that out. If you're running into a tension problem, and like I said, I'm sorry about the camera work. I'm doing this by myself, and I guess I could have paused it in between, but I'm not the best editor either. So one quick video. So like I said, this is the play that I want to see. I don't want to see it stiff like it was before, because it could be causing a tension release issue. And when it's releasing your tension, like I said, it's very difficult with tightening the tension. Is not going to really do much because of that pin inside your tension assembly. Okay? Hopefully this will help you. And like I said, sorry about the camera work. If you have any comments, leave them below. Not on my camera work, but on the video itself. Thank you.